Welcome, everyone. My name is Rich Finnegan. This is my wife, Mia Finnegan, and we're here for a little special announcement today. Really, a lot of you have received an email or communication from us, and what we wanted to do is just share with you what we've been doing for the past couple of years. Super exciting. We have been quiet, and what did we say? We've been idle.
No,
We've
quiet,
been
but not
quiet but
idle.
not idle. And we've been working on some things behind the scenes. We're going to run through this real quickly. We're very excited about where we are right now at this phase. It's a new phase, a new chapter in the health and wellness space, as well as in your life and our life as folks that we've been in the fitness industry, however we happen to know each other. So, Mia, why don't you just, share a little bit and then we can get right into this a little bit. And we just really want to be brief and let you know what we've been up to and why we're so excited and why now is different than a month or 2 or 3 months ago, because we're launching
Or
something.
even 2 years ago.
Or even 2 years ago. We're actually in the pre-launch phase right now. We're about 4 weeks away from actual launch, so I don't mind giving the dates. End of July is, I think, what we're looking at is for this final launch of what we've been working on. So we just wanted to let you see behind the curtain of what we've been doing. We're very excited about it, working hard and collaborating with the corporate team that we're involved with. So, and as well as our other teammates. So if you want to start running through some of that or share anything else, we want to keep it casual and conversational with you. And
Absolutely. I'm just going to actually throw up our PowerPoint just so you can have some visuals to go along with our story, because we just want to share this with everybody we know. We've been blessed by not only the company, but blessed by the product that has just completely reverse aged us. So we
right,
just want to share that with you. And we just know, we always say like kind of why X39 and why LifeWave and why now,
right.
because what Rich was just saying, we are in absolute pre-launch of a new part of this company, which is incredible. This company is a 20-year-old company. This is the beautiful part about it. It's a 20-year-old company, but the product I'm going to tell you about, which is this little stem cell reactivation patch right here, this only got launched in 2019. So the incredible growth of this company because of the epic results we're getting from the product. Like it is
Exactly.
undeniable. Like it's just
Exactly.
undeniable. So
And I think that's, where we wanted to start is just, we were introduced to it a couple of years
yeah,
ago. We saw the results that were occurring, and we're going to show you images of that. For her, it was her shoulder pain went from what you were at about a 9 down
yeah,
to a 2. The
down to
cognitive
zero.
yeah, she can sleep on her right side again. The cognitive improvement that she saw, she had 6 concussions in college. She's been an overworked athlete for her whole life, and just the energy and the focus that we got. For me personally, I have inflammatory issues. I have artificial joints. I'm due for another knee replacement. I've
Mm.
subsided. The inflammation and pain has subsided. And we're like, okay, how is this happening? What's causing this? We did our research on the science and we found out, wait a second, it's tied to peptides. Now, you may have heard about peptides. We were 2.5 years actually when we started with our collagen peptides almost 7 or 8 years ago, but we were early on in this peptide lane. And this is
Mhm.
really what we're talking about and how these cell signaling peptides improve the health and wellness of us, and in particular one called GHK-Cu. And so, Mia, run through, we'll go in and out of these slides just so we can make some points for you so you can see.
And I did want to say the health and wellness of people who are our age, like from 40 and up,
Right,
right?
exactly.
I'm 58, Rich is 63. We just know what this is doing for people of our age and even older. So we're
Yeah.
like, that's why we have to share it with everybody. We can't not share this with you
And
guys.
let
That's
me just touch base on that really quickly. We have clinicals, which is so important. And the clinicals show these age brackets at the clinicals in this 40 to 70-year-old plus is that where we're seeing this massive improvement, because as we get into it, you'll see that these areas decline for us. I do want to go back. Obviously, disclaimer: we make no medical claims, no
No
healing
financial, no
claims, no
financial
financial
claims.
claims. We just want to inform you, give you some information about this journey that we've been involved with. So I'm just going to touch base on this. And we're very fortunate to be working with this company that is in pre-launch mode right now. Like I said, we're about 4 weeks away right now from releasing some of the things that we've helped initiate with the company and what they've been working on for years, but it just game-changing type situations. Here it is, the president of the company, Meredith, with many of our great, amazing teammates that we're surrounding ourselves with, and we are actually having influence. Everyone in this picture is having influence and conversation with the corporate team because of all the experience that we bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
They want to hear what we've been doing. And then on the right side over here, David Schmidt, just open to the conversation. He's the founder. You'll learn more about him. He's a brilliant scientist. in the health and wellness space and in the stem cell space and in the anti-aging and the age reversal space. So we fell into this thing actually after being on our knees in prayer, like, what are we going to do? And we knew we'd have to do something in the health and wellness field. And then our friend introduced Andy, who had a shoulder issue.
Shoulder.
I'm not saying the medical term for it, but as a painful shoulder, he couldn't move, that all of a sudden he could move it again after using this modality.
5 days.
And just within 5 days. But I just wanted to point this out, with Meredith and our teammates, we're able to contribute to the company, and we're right about to launch some of the things that we've all had influence on with this company. As many of you who know our history, we've got 20 plus years in the industry, 35 plus years in the
Right.
health and wellness space. So they're listening, which is amazing. Now, one of the things that got our attention was David Schmidt. I did research back into the early stages of the company, and David was around with this technology 25 years ago, with patches that stimulated the body's activities. We'll get more into it, but in 2008, he focused his attention on stem cell research. So from our progression in the health and wellness space to get into the stem cell space, it's been heaven sent. It really has been an incredible journey for us in these past 2 years. We've been trying to perfect things within the company with our own team and our structure and our systems so that we can go into this pre-launch that's about 5 weeks away right now.
And I do want to say, with everything that we're going to tell you, we're still in the health and wellness field. We still, love to use supplements with our clients and our students,
Exactly.
and we're still doing that.
Yep.
But this, like we said, like literally dropped in our lap as an answer to prayer. And it's just another piece of our, like, the tools in our tool belt. Just like I use BOSU, or I use, a catalyst supplement for like a branched chain amino acid. This is just another tool that I can help clients feel better, look better, have more energy, reverse age. It's not even unbelievable. I would say it's undeniable.
It is.
Results. That's all
we saw the results, and then we needed to see the science. But one thing we did, our company one of our supplement companies made a major shift where they went away from a multi-level model into a retail model. Our philosophy at that time was to cherry pick the best products and just find the products that serve our customers best,
that we love and we use.
That's always been our philosophy. And then this thing came along, and we added it to what we do. We're helping change the direct sales industry, because we didn't. When we started in the direct sales industry, we were anti-direct sales. We had so many people who would approach us, but without substantiated claims, with products that didn't work. And then finally, when we tried subpar products, and then when we found products that worked, and now we're helping modify so that it's more of a progressive affiliate type model that we can build in, and then building and multiplying and scaling that affiliate type model. So we're influencing, like we've helped change the fitness and wellness industry, the fitness competition world, we've done a lot of stuff over the years. And we're helping pioneer and change this industry because it needs it, and we know it needs it, and we're fortunate to be able to contribute in that way. So I was touching base real quick on David, brilliant scientist. Mia's going to be our technical person here, bring us back and forth. But know that David started his research on stem cell research in 2008. He has this most recent patent, took $4.5 million to bring to light, and that was for this X39. Now you may hear about peptides a lot. We were early in the peptide game. We were early in a lot of games, but we were early in the peptide game. We were pretty quiet about this, but what we were doing is elevating peptides with this. And now when we have a combination system here that we can share this and really talk about how we're enhancing the ability for our stem cells to be impacted by this. And that's one of the things we're so excited about, as well as how we've helped to modify the compensation plan. Now, the other thing is this is the research. I looked at all these professional athletes. Now, these aren't endorsers. These people weren't spokespeople for the company, but people have been using this technology, the LifeWave patches, for years and years. But remember, it wasn't the X39. It was energy, it was pain, it was IceWave. But David had this. He had this perfected, and then he recently, just about 4 years ago, introduced the X39, which really changed the game. It's the hero product of the company, but the technology has been there for over 20 years. Touch and base very quickly on how this works. It's super simple. Let me give you an analogy. Just like when you go into the sunlight goes on your skin and it stimulates activity. It elevates your vitamin D level. What this does, we reflect light from our body, heat and light. This little patch reflects that light back into our system at a wavelength that stimulates this GHK peptide, GHK-Cu. You can do your research on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not emitting, this is non-transdermal. It's not putting anything into your system, but it's causing your own body to restore and regenerate itself. And again, this is another reason why we're so excited about it. It's a simple nanocrystal technology, no drug, chemical, or stimulant is going into it. And it just helps. The world is looking for ways for the body to heal itself. So we're not adding a needle or a drug or a stimulant or a surgery. This is really triggering our own bodies, just like we do so many other good things with nutrition and exercise and cardiovascular and limiting alcohol and keeping sugars down. All those things are for health and wellness, because all those things that we do, take a note of this slide. At age 30, we have about half of our stem cell activity. Okay. But by age 60, we've lost almost all of it. We'll teach you more about that. We're going to actually have you can book a call with us. We want you to book a call, have more questions answered, but we encourage you to learn about stem cells. We encourage you to learn about GHK and how it diminishes over time. Why do some people age more than others? It's tied into their stem cell activity. Now, we want to create an environment for those stem cells to be most vital, for those stem cells to be healthiest, for them to function at the best they can. We're going to talk to you about how that happens, but just know this: the fewer stem cells that we have, the faster we age. You can speed that up. Pump a bunch of sugar and alcohol and don't sleep and don't exercise, and you'll diminish your stem cell activity super fast.
Yep.
Go ahead and smoke on top of it. That'll help as well. We want to do as many things as we can. And when we do that, you can see these are images with what's the X39 patch tied directly into our GHK-Cu peptide. Everyone's talking about peptides. Well, this is the mother. This is the granddaddy. I'll put it in the category of the top 3 of the granddaddies, the grandmommies. But you can see our good friend Michelle, super simple. One of the big things is scar remodeling. Okay, tissue remodeling because of the GHK. You can see how that scar just diminished. That's a 2-year-old scar. Look right below that. This is an 80-year-old who had skin cancer removal. This is 8 days, actually a diabetic as well. You just don't see that type of healing. So
especially on a diabetic.
We love these images because we can see it on the surface, what's happening, but this kind of healing and regeneration is happening internally as well. You look at this with a skin treatment. I think this was a laser
treatment.
Laser treatment. This would normally be a 10-day to 14 kind of recovery. And when we see this in the field, the people in these industries of wound healing or in the aesthetics, they're just like, hey, this is faster, this is faster, this is faster.
It's just the healing of it. It just takes less time to heal. And when we age, if you know, just think about it, your mom, dad's, grandpa's, uncles, aunts, they just don't heal very quickly anymore. And that's what this does. It helps stimulate that. And the great part about it is, did you see how easy I just put it on my hand? I mean, that's how easy it is. Take it off at night, right? Put it on, take it off. That's how easy it is. And that's what really spoke to us too, about sharing it with people.
It really did. And I think the inflammation part is such a huge part. If you look up GHK, one of the biggest things that it does, and when we increase the stem cell activity, we reduce inflammation. Inflammation is the root of so much unhealthy reaction within our body. And this is our dear friend Shannon. You can see this. She wasn't on a weight. Listen, we've transformed thousands of people. This wasn't a nutritional transformation. This was changing her peptide levels.
Yep.
And
decrease in inflammation. She has an autoimmune deficiency. And
we don't make any medical claims. We don't treat, cure, or mitigate any diseases. But guess what we do? We enhance GHK-Cu, clinically proven, and then that does what it's supposed to do. Like, I can't say that my weight loss program reduces diabetes, but I can say my weight loss program helps you lose 25 pounds. And the clinical data shows that if you lose 25 pounds, people's need for their insulin symptoms decrease. It's that same type of thing. We don't make that medical claim, but we're incorporating, we're triggering the body to heal at a higher level. And that's like,
Yeah.
that's just amazing. It's
It
just,
is.
it's
So
incredible to do.
I'm not
But
sure
yeah, I
if
didn't
you
touch
could,
base on that one.
so these edemic ankles, you know people who have these ankles. It's again, Grammy's grandpa's uncle's aunts.
Yep.
Somebody in your family has these edemic ankles, and he had heart disease and he has diabetes. It's the
Yep.
same person who's down on the
Yep.
bottom left. And 8 months of wearing the patch. And so what David Schmidt talks about is 1 month for every decade old you are. So I always tell people, I'm like, isn't your health worth at least 90 days to like
Yep.
just check it out, try it out? Because
Well,
to me, like, I think you need more than that because for me, it was 5 months I needed. He needed at least 6 months
yeah.
because of our age.
But the beautiful part is David's smart enough. He realizes that you need a money back guarantee. So there's a 90-day money back guarantee. These are all these reasons why we looked at this. We're like, wait a sec. Hey, listen, the first thing I did, just so you know, when I looked at this company, first thing I did is I reached out to the corporate team, like, I see where this company's going. I believe in what they're doing, the technology, it's clinically proven. Where are the employment opportunities? Knowing that from a business development standpoint, there's better business opportunity as in the distribution side of it. But I wanted to get in there and work on the corporate side because what we had seen in the years after bringing 20 different products to market, including Bosu and a whole bunch of other stuff, we learned things that we knew we needed to share. We chose to go the distributor model, but we're on the phone with Meredith, the director of marketing, and the president of the company, and we're sharing. They like when we have conversations like, I want to hear your side of this, and then and us and many others. There's so many other people who are contributing. We can't take credit for all the changes that are happening, but we certainly bring something to the table.
Yeah.
That is value along with our other teams, with our teammates you saw in that picture. You look at these type of situations. My hair color changed, my hair follicle increased, the thickness of them and the frequency of the number of follicles improved. Well, I start going looking at this and it's like GHK. They've been using it for 20 years in the hair restoration industry. So I'm like, wait a sec. All these puzzle pieces are coming together. Now, hey, this might be an outlier. We don't sell this as a hair restoration product, but this is real. This is a real occurrence that happened. You see the darkening and the more hair follicles and the thickening. This is the type of thing that happened to me. And it's like, wait a sec, this has my attention. Now, if you look up GHK-Cu, you do your research on it, you're going to find that wound healing is one of the most important things. Now, we're not healing this. Let me say, we don't wound heal, but what we do is we elevate GHK-Cu. GHK-Cu heals it, right? We don't claim to heal this up, but this is what happened. 15-year-old wound, 6 weeks on the X39, and you can see that what's happening. Now go do your research and you're going to see that this is what happens with GHK. We want to keep that GHK level high. Now here's the problem. We can't eat the pill or drink it because the stomach acid it'll destroy those peptides. Peptides are super hard to get through the digestive acid. Okay, so just so you know, we're elevating our own, and listen, another peptide you hear about. We were just at our homeopathic doctor this morning on a regular appointment, and she's talking about injectables, right? Getting that right into the system or elevating it on our own. It's tougher when we're ingesting it because it has to go through the digestive process. This one spoke to us super. It was super important to us. As you see on the right side of that, the red is bad, no bueno. This is about inflammation within the brain. What is this tied to? This is a 70-year-old woman. This comes down to the cognitive function. We're seeing a lot of improvement in the cognitive function. So again, these are just a few slides. We want to follow up with you with a little conversation. You can tell we're excited about it. We were prayerful about what we're going to do, something that we can serve as many people as we can. And when we have things like this, we see from week 1 to week 3, you see the color changes. That indicates a reduction of inflammation to week 6. I'm sorry.
That's okay. But what we're just saying, why it's important to me is because I had 6 concussions in college. And so when I saw this study before we even got any patches on our body, I was like, if this is all it does, I'm in. Because for me, what can happen when you have a traumatic brain injury or any type of brain injuries. Okay. There's a high incidence of dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and I didn't want that. My mom had Parkinson's.
And who do you know that might be suffering from some cognitive, or personally if you feel the cognition is slipping a little bit? That's why we are so, we're obligated to be doing this and sharing this right now.
And sleep. And you guys know us. So, I have always talked about sleep being so important for any of my clients, students, right? To be able to lose fat, gain muscle, to feel better. And
Yeah.
when you don't get the right amount of deep and REM sleep, which is your what's called your restorative sleep, then you're not going to function well. So this was me in February of 2023 before I started the patches. I was getting on average 2 hours and 12 minutes of restorative sleep. So that's a combination of deep and REM. Okay. Then 1 month later, 31% increase. Another month later, 6%. So 37% increase in 2 months. Then in February of this year, because I
Measured on
measured on my Whoop band.
the
Okay.
highest.
Very similar to an Aura ring if you don't know what a Whoop band is. But this is me in February of this year. I was just like, let me go see let's see what my average is now. I know I sleep better. I know I wake up super refreshed now. I barely even need an alarm. And this is now 4 hours and 41 minutes, 4 hours and 14, 3:49, 3:42. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Like, ask any woman in
The
menopause,
restorative sleep.
like if they're sleeping. No, they're waking up at 3:30 in the morning, wide awake, takes them about an hour and a half to get back to sleep.
Yep.
Like, this is what they need. So again, start thinking, if it's not you, thinking of somebody that you could
Yep.
even share this with.
It ties into all health. Sleep is so critical.
Yeah.
And even going back to Mia, the measurements of those concussions, like they didn't know as much then. This was
Right.
30 years ago. And so we've been so focused on brain health because all this
Yeah.
concussion protocol came about after that. So,
After. Yeah.
we're just really conscious of overall in general in the health and wellness and touching base real quick, Len, here, benefits of it. We've experienced all of these, but if you go in and you research what GHK does, it improves in it because it ties into the master healing cells of the body that it will increase strength and reduce inflammation, increase our stamina, cardiovascular, muscular and skeletal conditions. We see bone people healing from breaks better. It's nothing we're doing. It's the patch isn't doing it, but the GHK is doing it.
Is allowing our body
It's
to heal
allowing our
itself.
body to heal itself. It's restoring these GHK levels back to a level that they were when they were younger and when we healed better. And we see improved sleep. Another thing I want to touch base is collagen, because remember, talking about peptides, collagen peptide, we elevate the collagen peptide. If you look at this regeneration and tissue remodeling, these are all the things that it does that we've been doing this for 2 years right now, trying to prepare this for this launch right now. And so that's why we're bringing it forward, because we've got things in place now where we feel we're comfortable, like, hey, these systems are in place right now that we want to bring it and introduce it to people. And so, Mia, run through a simple explanation, 12 hours on, 12 hours off.
Before, like you put it on for 12 hours, you take it off, but that's as simple as it is. You
Yep.
literally peel the backing, you stick it on, you put it on. Now I just put it on my hand. You can put it really anywhere because you have
Yep.
light that emits from everywhere in your body. But the studies were done, as you can see right here, on the back of the neck and below the belly button. That's where I tell people to start it, maybe for the first month, and then maybe the second month, change it to where your pain is. So I changed mine to my shoulder, as you can see right here. This is where I wear mine every single day, on my shoulder, because that's where my pain was. But this is what spoke to us the most when we talk about the patented
Yep.
wearable technology, that this is like, this is the craziest part. Nobody else has this. We have no competition. And what company do you know that has no competition? We don't have no competition because we are patented until 2040. So this is what this little patch, the patent says what it does. As a result of elevating copper peptides, including the activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation of antioxidants, reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvements in stamina, elevation of collagen production, improved wound healing, and other beneficial health effects. Now, if that was all in a checklist, which one do you want? Increased stem
Yep.
cells, yes. Improvement in energy, yes. Antioxidants, yes. Inflammation, yeah. It's
Yep.
like, are you kidding me? Like, this is why we're so excited, and to be able to share it with everybody we know, because we can't not share it,
Right.
because it is
We're
it's so
obligated.
cutting edge. And some people are like, what is it? I don't get it. Some people give me like the crooked dog head. You're like, what? I
Hey,
don't get it.
we were super skeptical in the beginning. Believe me, our job is to shoot bullet holes in things when people bring to us because of our customers and our clients. And
Yeah.
for example, if you're listening to this, you may be a customer, you may be one of our business coaches. We're just trying to reach everyone. But then you let us know if it's more from a health and wellness standpoint for you, or if it's something you say, hey, wait a sec, I'm a practitioner. I could add this into what I'm doing because I can help and improve the health of the people I'm around.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you, we're obligated to share this. For example, I'm in the sauna at the gym the other day. There's a person with neurological. They had some head trauma and some surgery, issues with mobility. Like I believe 100% that I can help this person. The clinical data points to the fact that if I elevate his GHK levels, he's going to see some significant improvement. It might be small, it might be large. I don't know. He has a money back guarantee. So this is the kind of thing, as we went through some trauma, we went through some challenges, that we know how did we get out of that, we can serve other people. And so when if I see someone who has these ailments that I know that this focuses on, it's the easiest thing we've ever had to do, because I'm just like, listen, I believe I can help you. I want you to look at this video. I want you to follow this. And that's with you. We believe we can help you if you fit into these categories, and we have 90 days to figure it out.
Yeah.
So there's no pressure. And this has been a blessing to us because of that, Now, I just want to share something super excited. So we talk about this launch, okay? We've been working with the company on the compensation plan so we can make it more customer friendly. That's where we come from, the health and wellness space, and coming from the fitness industry. We've got to have things that are strong for the customers, okay? And compensation that's based on customer retention and acquisition. And this is one of the things that we've had impact with the company on. The other thing is that we were waiting on with the company is the formulation of this product, that when we show the combination of this plus the Cellergize drink, that it helps and improves the vitality and health of our stem cells, clinically proven to do that. This is breakthrough stuff. And if you don't know what stem cells are, just know that you will. Just know that we're ahead of the curve. We've been ahead of the curve a number of times, and that we're ahead of the curve with this, because the combination of these two, by adding this something called sea buckthorn fruit extract, helps improve the vitality and the health of our stem cells. Now, know that the combination, this is a general wellness product. This isn't a medical device. And being non-transdermal, it's not putting anything into your system, but it's elevating these peptides. When we combine it with the Cellergize in the morning, we have clinical data that shows that this extract helps improve the vitality and health of your stem cells. Now, we'll teach you more. Again, set up a call. We're going to give you a link that you can use to call and reach us, and just set up a call. We'll answer questions for you, whether it's for your own health and vitality, or maybe you're an instructor or a chiropractor, whatever the case may be, and you want to talk about putting it into your practice. And part of the reason that we were excited was we're entrepreneurial. We use multiple products. We've never been, especially, we've really never been a one product, one company. We just don't believe in it. We believe that the direct sales industry I just want to open this up. We believe that direct sales industry needs to shift to more of an affiliate-based model. These companies where it's like hugging you, like you have to stay with this company and you can't go do anything else. So those companies can't survive because they can't adapt enough with everything in the marketplace. And the health and wellness is so much evolving technology, especially with AI right now. There's so many things that are evolving. So when we started to get involved with this and knowing that, hey, we can help with a customer side, with the customer base of this, that this was the key component for us, because that was our philosophy, was to develop the best products, take the best products, get the best results with people, have a number of affiliate codes, or a company that you feel strong with, that you can work and you promote and you can build teams with. But it has to have this flexibility, and it has to be first and foremost rooted in product results to retain and improve, increase customer health and customer results. That's what it's all about. So that's where we are right now. When we saw this growth of this company, this growth slide from 2018 to 2024, this actually needs to be updated, but it's had 600, it's gone up to 600 million annually. When we first came in, we was probably at the 350 million.
Yeah.
And it's starting to grow. So when we saw this growth from, as you can see on the left, from 2018 to 24, from 20 million to 600 million. Now, wait a second. That just got our attention. Like, let's get on the phone. I need to do some research. When I also saw Inc. 500 recognize the company as one of the fastest growing companies over and over and over again, that got our attention. And then within the Bravo at the top left, the International Growth Award, that's in the direct sales industry, which the direct sales industry is evolving and changing. We're helping to pioneer it. We're helping to change that. We've been in it for years. We gave it the Heisman for years because there was too much unsubstantiated claims and a lot of hoopla, and we're about results. We are in the results business. We've always been in the results business, and it starts with customer satisfaction. And the number one marketing is referrals. That's when you get product results in
personal training
like
business.
personal training and fitness and performance coaching, whatever the case may be, all the transformations we've done over the years. Okay. So from a customer standpoint, if you're curious and say, okay, how would someone do this and what makes it so different? Preferred customer, you come in and for 99, and think about this, stem cell injections, this stuff is thousands of dollars and it's a shot in the dark. But for $99, people can come in and elevate these peptide levels, and then they, see the benefit of that with a 90-day money back guarantee. There's zero risk. When you take away risk, you increase value. Now, people can certainly purchase this at 149 as a retail. Some people will start their customers and clients off, or you may, if you're thinking from a customer standpoint, you could start it out as a retail, but we recommend that you get into this $99. Just set up your subscription. There's no commitment long-term. You can cancel at any time, but it just costs you $99. It's like a subscribe and save. It's pretty simple. It's modernized business. It's very, very simple.
You said it earlier too. Isn't your health worth at least 90
Yeah,
days?
exactly.
Isn't the health of somebody that's ailing worth at least 90 days? And the answer is always absolutely.
It is. And you have to know, in the health and wellness space, when you're dealing with homeopathic or natural remedies, it takes a while for your cells, because remember, we're changing this at the cellular level. We're not injecting a needle or giving you a pill or throwing 300 milligrams of caffeine in your body. This is slowly changing the cellular health, signaling your cells. This is stem signaling technology to health, for the health and vitality of your cells. That's a slower process. So you have to be patient with that. And that's why the 90 days makes so much sense, but it takes the risk out of it for you, or if you're a person who's a practitioner. The next logical step for people too, if you're looking at this from a practitioner standpoint, or if you're in the health and wellness space, is this brand partner. That's what we are. We're brand partners. And the beautiful part, again, $25 gets you an account. There's no huge, massive buy-in, right? And then you go ahead, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. But the brand partners were for those of you who want to try and build a business out, or maybe you know someone, maybe you're watching this and say, you know what, my yoga instructor should be doing this, or my chiropractor should hear about this, whatever it is. That's where they would go. But that's what we love about this. There's two sides to this business. We have this really strong customer side, and then we have what we like to refer to, again,
franchise
side. We believe that the direct sales industry, and take this off the screen right now, we believe that the direct sales industry has to have more of a franchise feel. I worked in franchising and with World Gym Licensing, consulting in that space. The direct sales industry needs to be more like franchises. Build your customer base, duplicate it. Build your customer base, do it. And this is what we're helping to pioneer and helping to really make an impact. And we're looking for people who want to try and help do this as well. Really modernizing. We're helping modernize direct sales, which is something that we've been working on now. We're 2 years into it.
And you guys know us. So when you think about like how we share things, we've always shared the product first, and then the opportunity is there for the taking if you want it. We always tell people, we say the product is for everybody, the business is absolutely not. But when you start getting the results like we got, we had to share it. Like there was no option at all. Like I had to share this with everybody. I've probably reached out to 500 people in the last 2 years. You probably
Through email, it's been thousands.
Thousands and thousands, but I'm just saying personally invited, because I wanted people to know about it. So that other side, that brand partner side, these are the packages you can get in. $295, $595, $1,750 for as many sleeves as you want, like especially if you're a practitioner of some sort, or own a gym. That again, that's just another level.
We'll follow up. This is what we want. Just like simple calls and
I just have to say, you guys know us well enough to say, you know what, even if this isn't for you, somebody that this would be great for. Somebody that maybe even just lost their job, that this is right up their alley. They love biohacking. They know, that they're going to love every
well,
part
speaking of
this.
that, you know what? And first of all, it's volatile. We have multiple revenue streams, from real estate to supplementation to patches, etc. But we encourage everyone to have multiple revenue streams. And I just lost my train of thought, but that's okay. Just to
that's
biohacking.
And you can finish, but I want to finish so we can open up the screen so we can talk?
Oh, yeah,
we can
absolutely.
answer questions
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff too. So
absolutely.
anyway, so this is, if you need more info, if you want to know about the patents, the studies, the testimonials, everything we did before we even like got enrolled with this company and started trying patches, this is where you're going to go. You're going to go check it out if you need more info. Also, we always say you're one decision away from a totally different life, but this is my Calendly link, meaning that if you want more questions answered, if you want to set up a call, you want to know about it for you, this is my link. So go ahead and just take a screenshot of that. And we can definitely help you out. It's just a matter of just a little 15-minute call. I can answer some questions and then we can take a step or not. There's no pressure at all ever. So I'm going to go ahead and stop share. And then you wanted to talk about biohacking.
Yeah, just, people who get this, people who understand red light therapy, low light, infrared saunas, in general saunas, cold plunge, people who understand health, nutrition, biohacking, and alternative therapies, they get this. So like we bring this to some people and say, hey, what do you know about peptides? Like, I don't know anything. And then when you say other people, what do you know about peptides? Like, oh, I'm learning a lot. And I'm like, yeah, we have a patch that elevates. And like, I need to hear more info. So we've been before when we brought, other exercise modalities, circuit training, sports performance, fitness competition, nutrition, supplement, with all those things. We've been ahead of the curve. God's blessed us to be ahead of the curve. And so we just know this is at the head of the curve. But there's people who are starting to understand this, that this is an opportunity for them to improve their health and wellness without a drug needed surgery. Exactly, first and foremost. And that's why it's got us excited, because we can help and share with so many people. And that's all I wanted to say. We really want to say on that is just, give us a call, hit that Calendly. Mia can throw that link up again, hit the Calendly link, reach out, just book a time. We'll follow up, answer your questions, see if it's a fit for you from a health and wellness standpoint, or maybe you're in your entrepreneurial mindset. You understand what's going on. It's something you can add to what you're already doing, or you want to go full blown and you want to try and build out teams. That's your prerogative. It's really up to you. But we always recommend that people build their customer base first, because we feel if you can't build your customer base, then you're not going to learn how to teach someone else to build a customer base. And I'm going to say this one thing about the direct sales industry. I could make a list. Here's things I love about direct sales, and here's thing I hate about direct sales. Well, I'll tell you, one thing about direct sales is that we want people to know, especially with us, like we're in the results business. If you don't follow steps that we recommend, whether it's nutritionally, exercise, all those things, if you don't do those, you're probably not going to succeed. In the business side of things, you're not going to get the result. If you don't follow things from a business standpoint, you're probably not going to get the results. But if you follow the plan that we have incredible systems in place, duplicatable and scalable, whether you're a practitioner or whether you're a customer who just wants to get better health and wellness, you stay at home. We're going to teach you how to do that. And it's just a matter of following along. And there's no better accountability coach than her. She is obviously world champion. She's got a mindset that there's not a lot of wiggle room, And so we coach you and mentor you and teach you, whether it's from a health and wellness standpoint or if it's from a entrepreneurial business side of it. And that's again within the direct sales industry, you got to follow the plan. There's a plan in place, follow the plan, and you're going to have the most success. And that's we're truthful, we're upfront, and we're honest about that. Is about we have a system in place. You got to follow the plan, though. It's how we've always been with health and wellness, and the same thing in all of our businesses when we consult and coach people in business. So Mia, why don't you wrap it up?
So I just want to say,
put up your Calendly as well.
Thank you again, for joining us. And, I can definitely I'm going to send out the recording to everybody as well, but I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording and then open it up for questions. So none of, people's faces or anything is on here. So let me go ahead and get that recording stopped, and then we can go ahead from there.
Put your Calendly up one more time.
Okay.
Yeah, that Calendly link. And just reach out. Let's have a conversation. We'll do a Zoom and answer any questions for you.
You can write it down, just take a screenshot with your phone, or if you know how to take a screenshot on your computer, just take a screenshot of that. And then I'm going to go ahead and stop share, and then I'm going to stop the recording. And first of all, we'll say
thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we will be right back with you.
And look forward to following up.
Yeah.